Hello, this is Carlos from Small World Games on YouTube, and today we're going to be doing an unboxing and assembling of the Bristol Blenheim Mark IV bomber for Blood Red Skies by Warlord Games. So, hello everyone and welcome to another video by Small World Games here on YouTube. And as we've already mentioned, today we're going to be looking at the Blood Red Skies British Mark IV Bristol Blenheim, a light bomber for the RAF. Right then, so this time I actually have the proper box, so I'll have a quick look at that and the art. I mean, I think these pictures have been fantastic so far. They all have been, and they seem to be getting better and better. I'm certainly liking. If you've seen the releases that are coming out shortly, we've got the Hurricanes and the Mosquitoes. I think it's got some great pictures on the front of them, so yeah, I'm almost ashamed to throw the boxes away, but hey, I've got to spray my models on something, right? And so I'm going to quick look at the back. So the Bristol Blenheim was originally developed from a design for a fast civil airliner. At the outbreak of World War II, Blenheims formed a mainstay of the RAF bomber squadrons fighting over Europe and went on to see action in Africa, Asia and even on the Eastern Front. Over 4,000 Blenheims were built before it was retired in favour of newer designs. Right then, so in this we get the 3 Blenheims, 3 decal sheets, 3 Advantage flying bases and extensions, 3 double-sided pilot skill dices, aircraft cards and assembly instructions leaflet. Right in, so while we're talking about decal sheets, I know I did say my next video would be a painting guide for the Junkers Ju-88. However, despite my excitement at having the decal sheets in the box, it turns out they were the wrong scale. They were more of a 144. So although they're usable, particularly the Maltese crosses would have been perfectly usable, I'm a bit of a sucker for a bit more detail. So I found some on some decals on eBay, which I've ordered. However, they're not going to be with me till the start of November, so I will be getting on with that painting tutorial as soon as. Right then, without further ado, let's have a little look in this box. So yeah, obviously going back to the Junkers very briefly, as that's not what we're here to talk about. Yeah, they've been discontinued now on the Warlord website. So after seeing that, I went out and panic bought myself these Blenheims. Would have got them in the end anyway. However, I was waiting to sort of get my bombers and that done first. I was trying to keep some order to my purchases and painting, but however, just had to be done. And as I won't be painting that, I thought we'd have a little look at what we've got in here. Right, and so first things first, of course, we have the planes themselves in brown this time, which is useful. Right then, right, 1/200, and they do look a lot better size wise, and so okay, yeah, those will be good for this. I shan't worry about looking for any more. Those to me look good. So we might even get the painting guide done for this first. Right, and so yeah, here we are. So everything in there as we'd expect. We've got the glass pieces or the clear plastic pieces in the same bag of transfers. We'll come back to those in a moment as before. Right then, so we've got the instructions again. I'll leave those in a moment. And right then, so here we are, the Blenheim card. We won't go too much into the details because this is pretty much straight out of the box game itself, as this one was included in there. And yeah, that's a bit we've already read. So 1938 being the date, RAF, Mark IV Blenheim. And there we go. Cool. A friend of mine, G, he's been working on his Japanese fighters, so as I haven't played a game of bombers yet, if I get these up and running, that should hopefully be sort of the first game for us too with his own force. We've played plenty of games using my Luftwaffe and RAF, but so we should have first games Japan versus Britain, and yeah, bombing run. That'd be a good testing ground for the bombers. Right, and what else we got in here? So obviously I won't go too much into that. Okay, so that's Mirror S again has packed this for me. Thanks very much. Pretty much everything I've got from Warlord has been packed by him, her, them. So yeah, thank you very much for bringing my hobby to me. Right, and so yep, as expected, 2, 3, 4 and 5 and the zoom chits, one for each. Bases and extensions. There we go. So we'll move it out of the way. Right, so let's have a quick look in one of these before we a quick look at one of these before we move on to the assembling. Right, and so first things first, here we have the decals, as well as, again, second video, so I'm still getting used to actually holding stuff in front of the camera. God knows how it's going to go on actually painting things. Right, so there we are. We have, what do we have in this? Ah, okay, so we have here our, so the two halves of the cockpit by the look of things. Oh, and the front screen, whatever you call that. And to the top here we have the turret, I presume that is on the top. Let's have a look. Ah, yeah, that looks to me like it'll be the turret. Okay. So decals there, we've got plenty of them. So 3 different ones to go next to the round on the squad markings. So yeah, that should be good for this. Don't think I'll be worrying about outsourcing any there. Right, and so let's have a look at these sprues. Right, and so that's the main body of the plane and the rear wings, as well as the engines. Okay, so that's all good. Oh yeah, I did decide in the end to remove the propellers from my Junkers, basically, and also due to popular demand of people on the... I couldn't decide what I was doing, basically. So I put on the Blood Red Skies Ready Room, the Facebook group, I put the question out to them. Pretty much everyone was getting rid of the gear and clipping off the propellers, so that's what I decided to do in the end. Right, this does look considerably smaller than the JUAA. Let's just bring it in for a look. Yeah, so the wingspan's smaller, so yeah, but then again it is a light bomb, whereas the Junkers was medium, so that'll probably explain that. Right, what's this? Ah, okay, so I'm not sure what that bit is, but here we've got what looks like retracted landing gear, so it looks like you have an option on this one. Let's just double check that. Yes, it would appear so. Yep, retractable landing gear, there you go, brilliant. So that's what I'll be doing with this one, and I'll be clipping the propellers off. Right then, there you go. And yep, so that's everything from there. Right then, without further ado, I'm going to clip and clean these bits off, and I'll be back with you shortly for the construction. Hello and welcome back. I've just been clipping off and cleaning up the components of the Blenheim, and it's taken me a little bit longer than last time because during cleaning up I actually dropped the turret on the floor in my garage / hobby room. So yeah, that was difficult to find because it's 9 o'clock here. It's currently 7 o'clock here, 1900. It's currently September, and it's getting a bit dark. So that took me quite a bit of time to find. There was very nearly tears, upset, the usual. Oh, I'm going to quit my hobby. I can't be bothered to do this anymore. It's a pain in the backside. Then all of a sudden I found it. So yeah, so I'll stop that silliness now, and I will have no more of that until the next time. Right then, so let's get started. We are going to be putting the turret, the canopy, onto the front on the inside of these. Just check that goes on first before I commit to gluing. Yeah, that looks alright, so we'll have a bit of glue on that. As always, I've been using my Citadel tools to clean this up, and I'm going to be using Humbrol liquid poly with the applicator brush. Comes in a little glass pot. Right then, so I'm just going to dab some glue on this very lightly. Mainly goes around the bottom, get the pegs, and into there, basically wherever it's going to stick. Once again, I'll actually be painting over these. I won't be leaving them clear because I have to give mine a little sort of blue tint. So yeah, that's what we're doing with this one. Plus I think it's a little bit easier to paint them rather than that, because if you get a bit of fog from the glue, or if you accidentally get a bit of paint on your clear, which at this scale is very likely to happen. I'm certainly no Duncan Rhodes, so yeah, we'll I'll be doing it like that. I'll be taking the safer option. And now for the other side. So same again, that went on very easily. It looked a bit trickier for the you know, how small the components are and how fiddly they may look, but no, went on absolutely fine. So hopefully this should be another fun to build little kit. The bit that's scaring me right now is this little mast on the top here, which yeah, we'll just have to see. Hopefully I haven't broken any of the Junkers yet, so hopefully I'll get away with it here, but only time will tell. This one isn't going quite as easy. Ah, there you go, got her on in the end. Lovely. And hopefully that'll slot in a lot easier once I stick the two together, which I'll be doing now. Right, and so we've got this other little random component right in the middle. I don't know what that is. I don't know, it looks a bit like a Lego stretcher without the wheels on, but yeah, and a bit smaller of course. Right then. Well, I've got to say I'm quite impressed with the plastic, because normally my experience of coloured plastic, as opposed to straight grey, always can look a little less, and I can always seem a little cheaper, maybe, if that's the right word. But no, this is every bit as good. Kind of like Workshop's recent coloured plastic, such as in Blood Bowl, which yeah, no, that was very good. Yeah, it was one of my main worries in it with the models in that game. But no, they're brilliant, as those of you who've purchased it would know. The quality of them certainly wasn't lacking, and yeah, it's been a very again, going off topic slightly, Games Workshop's range of specialist games, or just boxed games as they seem to call them now, yeah, they certainly haven't disappointed. I think they've been wonderful. Right, so let's stick you in there. That's nice and fiddly. There you go. Oh, this is here proving a bit more tricky. Right, so that bit's not quite in yet. There you go. There you go. Little reassuring click there, so that's gone in right. Okay. Right, so let's just do that again. And stick the other half on. Right, yeah, so right now we're not knowing what the future is for Blood Red Sky's range of bombers, as of course the Junkers is gone. I did email them, as no doubt quite a few people probably did, but yeah, they are for the moment well and truly gone, and there are no plans to reintroduce them. So hopefully those of you who might have some, maybe my planned painting tutorial might still be of use to you, or anyone planning to do one in another scale, just some ideas for colour or things like that. But yeah, it's a bit of a comes with a shock, that, but for now I have all the larger vehicles that I need for escort duty, so the larger aircraft, so I'm happy. Right then, okay, a little bit there that'll need clearing up, but I'll do that after. Don't think there's going to be much more of a yeah, much to obstruct that now. They're not putting wheels on. Lovely. Right, so what's next? So that's all on. That's the main canopy done. So we're on stage 2, as the instructions call it. So what bit shall I do first? Right, let's get this canopy on before I canopy on the turret, or the turret canopy. I'll get that on now before I end up losing it again. Right then. Okay. Oh yes, thanks for everybody who's viewed my previous video. Hopefully some of you enjoyed it. I haven't yet been fortunate to get any likes and comments, but hey, as long as I'm not getting any likes, as long as I'm not getting any dislikes, I'm happy with that. So, but yeah, anyway, thank you to all of you, and hopefully as I put more videos out there, and you know, someone will catch someone's interest. But again, thank you very much. Right then. Yep, that's gone fine. So there's all the glass bits done. Well, clear plastic, but obviously would be glass. Right then. So what's next now? We have. Let's do the main body of the wings. Right then. So this is the well, my right hand wing. Let's get this on. So they're both going to be the same. So first thing, I'm going to be sticking the engine on. Or the other side of the engine on. It's in 2 parts. Right, another thing is, I noticed there wasn't massive amounts of detail on the Junkers, obviously because of the smaller scale. This, I don't know if you can see that, it does have a bit more of a bit more on there on the body itself and the rear wings. So yeah, no, that's good. Not quite the same level as the upcoming Warlord plastics, if anyone's seen them, but all the box set models. But yeah, obviously it's got a bit more to it than the other ones had, so which is cool. Okay, so I've got a bit over with that one, but hopefully not too much of a problem. So there's that on the wing. So just the front of the engine to go on now. Again, there are some little bits I may need to go back over with the file, but I'll save that for now. These things can be drawn out enough without all of that side of thing going on. I don't know if there's any particular way to do this, but I think that's good enough for me. Yep, let's get that stuck on first, and I'll do the other one. Yeah, these things, despite their the small scale, they have been a joy to build so far. Famous last words, possibly, but yeah, no, I'm very happy. I hope whatever future sets are released to take the place of these when they're all gone will live up to the standards. But oh yeah, it's looking good. That is. Yeah, that's going to be a nice looking model. This is, I can feel it. I'm very happy with it. Okay, so on these engines in this, I'm still going to have the landing gear and the propellers to put on. But yeah, give that a good dab in. Okay, just a little out of shot there. Apologies. I'm going to start actually looking through the camera. I'm looking over it at the moment. And once again. Okay, how's it looking on that? Right. That looks good enough to me. I'll get that stuck on the other side. And there's those. Yeah, I'm happy with that so far. So there's those, and get the rear wings up. Okay. Oops, a daisy. There we go, dropping everything. Must be careful of that mast. Okay, tell you what, let's just pop a bit of glue in there. Might be a bit less fingers and thumbs doing it like that. There you go. Bit of overspill there, but hopefully that should dry up okay. Yeah, I overdid that a little bit on the glue, but that'll be fine, I'm sure. Right, so is that so far? Yeah, looking nice. Right, so let's spin this over, and because stage 3 is just the last couple of bits to go underneath, and this is where I have options. Do I go with the landing gear up or down? I am, of course, going with it up, with it retracted. Right then, so let's get a bit of that dabbed in here. Mind you, with those sort of holes underneath of the eye, it would look pretty cool with the landing gear down, but yeah, well, These are supposed to be representing aircraft in flight. So what is keeping you from going in there, eh? Okay, so I'm a little trouble with that at the moment. Okay, what's obstructing you then? Well, other than the fact you're on completely the wrong side. Okay, no problem. That's what the problem is. It's me. There you go, and that's... Oh, look, that one's straight in. Okay, yep, problem's me. There you go. Okay, so there's one in. And lastly, there we go. I'll say lastly with regards to the gear, still one last thing to do, that is the propellers. Now, the propellers on this were very flimsy, so I've actually ended up pretty much breaking one off simply just by cutting it off the sprue. So what I'm going to do is I've already taken them off, and I'm going to stick them on like that. Now, they probably could have benefited from a bit more clearing up, but I was finding that quite difficult. So we're just holding that in my hand. So the last little clear up I'm going to do once it's stuck onto the plane. Okay, stick a little bit for some reason. And the other one. Okay, give it a little push. Okay, and there we go. One completed at Bristol Blenheim Mark IV light bomber for Blood Red Skies RAF from Warlord Games. Okay, that's all from me for this one. So once again, thank you very much for your time. Thank you very much for watching. Any questions, any comments, anything you'd like to see, anything you'd like to see less of, if you think I'm getting this all wrong, please, by all means, let me know. I'll be very interested to hear. Also, please, for day-to-day updates, please visit us on our Twitter page, which is at Small World Games. We're obviously able to update that a little more because it's not as time consuming as putting the videos together. So yeah, that's everything from us. Next time I will be putting some paint on something. Hopefully it should be the Ju-88s. However, if not, it'll be most likely one of these, and then very soon we'll have our first bat rep, which is myself versus G. We're looking at the Battle of Britain, and we'll be using the campaign rules that were recently put online by the chaps at the Blood Red Skies Ready Room on Facebook. If you're not a member, if you haven't joined yet, I can't recommend that enough. It's a fantastic group, and Andy Chambers has actually does regularly contribute, the author of the game, and well, let's face it, if you're into wargaming, you'll obviously know who Andy Chambers is, and he's actually provided the campaign rules for that, so I can't recommend that enough. Lovely. So thank you very much, and we'll see you again soon. Thank you.